Hey guys, how's it going? ItZMuRdA here with an episode of current events coming at you in the middle of the week 3 of World Domination Series. Week 2 just wrapped up a couple of days ago, and that's the first thing I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about a few other things going on in the community, some personal stuff, some battlefield stuff as well later in the video. But anyway, WDS Week 2 wrapped up on Monday, and TR1 again because most of the changes, notably the warp gate rotation, was not in yet. It only came towards the end of that week, but that's the only change that we've seen so far, and you've actually seen a considerable difference in the trend already. And I think when more changes come out that were spoken about last week, you'll start to see a much more balanced feel to everything. But anyway. You should have been able to claim your boost if you haven't logged in since yesterday or whatever, Monday night maybe. You'll still be able to claim your boost on whatever character you want. Just make sure you actually accept it on the character you want to use it on. You don't have to activate it right away, but it is going to be one per character, and then it'll go into their boost inventory like you see here. The one thing that we didn't really know is that it ended up being a regular 3-day 50% experience boost. I believe that was kind of last minute. I mean, maybe SOE knew, but that was never really communicated to us until right, essentially, when it was granted. I believe this page even said 100% boost for week 2 up until when the rewards went out, and now it says 50% boost. And correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I was expecting another hyper boost. I think most people were, and that's fine if we didn't get one. I just wanted to be clear on what to expect. Week 3 in progress also says battle for a 3-day 50% experience boost, so I would expect another one of those at the end of this week and probably for the other weeks. But I asked Maggie about it. She said to just refer to this page going forth for what the reward's going to be on a weekly basis, so make sure you check that out. And that'll tell you what you expect to get. Unfortunately, I had activated my last hyper boost on my NC character right before this on Sunday, and then I was like, oh crap, I was expecting to get another one the next day to have it kind of banked for double EXP weekend or something like that. So I wish I had known. I would have used a different boost or something like that, but scheme of things, not really a big deal. And I think hyper boosts were kind of over rewarding us in the first place, considering you only need to log into the winning empire for a minute or so during a given week. But anyway, be sure to check this in the future. It looks like it'll probably be 3-day 50% boost, which is what we originally thought, and we kind of just got a treat of getting a hyper boost on week 1. But it certainly is subject to change on a weekly basis or with different seasons, I'm sure, so make sure you check this out. Also, you can see already that this week is off to a much more even start, even on some of the servers where TR or what have you was especially dominant. Briggs, they were extremely dominant in the past, and it's even much closer there. Watterson as well is extremely close in comparison to what it used to look like. So we're seeing some better results already just with the warp gate rotation, and I think after all the changes go through, you'll really be on even footing. So it's still anybody's game for this week. It's totally possible for VS or NC to win. I know TR had that starting advantage, but it's still possible for the other empires to take the other weeks at this point. So we'll see how it plays out, and when we get some of those larger population imbalance related changes in, you might even see a bigger difference. So keep an eye out for that. Don't give up yet if you're playing NC or VS for it. It's certainly anybody's game still. Moving on from that, some more PlanetSide related news, but some sad news. If you hadn't heard about Marsman, who was a major community member in PlanetSide 1 especially, but even going forth into the development of PlanetSide 2 and so forth, he worked with the PlanetSide Universe staff, founded and was the voice essentially of the Araxis Global Network, which we still watch every night for the community clash and other things such as the squad beacons and instant actions and whatnot that they put on. And he passed away a few days ago, very sad, and unfortunately. If you want to pay your respects, if you knew him or if you didn't, he was really a wonderful guy. I certainly knew him and and had interacted with him multiple times over the course of the past decade or so. And he was just a really kind person, and really did wonderful things for building the community that everybody that especially played PlanetSide 1 knows and loves, and always says, oh man, PlanetSide 1 had the best community of any game you've ever seen. And he was certainly a part of that. So that's crappy news. You don't like putting crappy news in YouTube videos, but it was certainly worth it to share condolences and whatnot, and to let you guys know, in case you haven't found out, that if you want to say anything, you may pay your respects in the threads on the Dragon Wolves forums or on the PlanetSide Universe forums. And again, all of these links will be in the description of the YouTube video. Also, part remembrance towards Marsman. Hama said that he was getting together some old Ask the Devs interviews that they did with Smoke Jumper when he worked chiefly on PlanetSide 1 and things like that, and he was going to play some stuff in honor of Marsman tonight before the community clash. So make sure you tune in a little bit early to that. I believe he said about 7:45 Central or 8:45 Eastern. That's 5:45 p.m. Pacific on the AGN TV, twitch.tv/AGN TV channel, where Community Clash will also be held. Tune in for that. It's probably a sad moment, but also a great one in shaping the history and the future even of PlanetSide and its community. So check that out. Whether it's reminiscing for you if you've been there all along for many years, or whether you just started paying attention to PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2, but kind of want to see how some of these things, community-related activities, got started. So be sure to tune in for that. And in addition to that, you may as well stay on the AGN TV channel, because Community Clash every week is happening there at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Almost screwed that one up. It's going to be a little bit interesting setup tonight. We're going to see Nuck in their almighty 48-player MLG ready team face off against two different outfits, both from VS Connery and 40 Deuce and Dropping Purple Smoke, who you guys probably heard about or seen on FNO or one of the other nightly broadcasts for the World Domination Series. And it should be an interesting fight. I think, if I'm honest, Nuck obviously has the advantage of the organization of being used to playing with each other and essentially raiding with each other every night of the week for how long already, going up against two different outfits that are joining forces. But it should be an interesting watch either way. It will again be on the Nexus, so that's always fun to see. And regardless, these are really great teams up and coming for MLG and so forth, and it's certainly worth tuning into. Again, that's tonight at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Sorry, you're like 7 Mountain Time also. If you happen to live in the mountains, you can watch it at 7 p.m. I apologize for neglecting you thus far in this video. But anyway, do check that out, twitch.tv/AGNTV. It's always worth a watch, especially if you're interested or even curious about PlanetSide 2 esports. Be sure to tune in for that. Last thing I want to talk about is, well, maybe the last thing. Battlefield 4 beta started yesterday for exclusive, quote-unquote, folks. People who pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe Battlefield, or who happen to have Battlefield 3 Premium or Medal of Honor Warfighter Digital Deluxe, so on and so forth. If you did some stuff and gave DICE and EA some money at some point for something special, you got in to the 3-day early access beta. So I was playing it some last night. I was going to maybe do a separate video. I don't know. We'll see how much time I have, how much I'm interested in it, because there's a lot of people that already do Battlefield-related YouTube videos. Just on my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in me putting together even just a short commentary over gameplay video of Battlefield Beta, talking about, from a PlanetSide perspective, and even from a person who's played Battlefield games extensively in the past, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and what I'm thinking about it, going forth in the future. I might do that if you guys want it. If it's a waste of everybody's time, then whatever. But I will be playing it some on stream. I'll be playing it some later today. I'll be playing it some throughout the beta. It's a pretty short 2-week beta, I believe. If you don't qualify for exclusive beta, don't worry, because in 2 days, on Friday, October 4th, you'll get open beta access for like the remaining 11 days or whatever of the 2-week beta period. Anyway, so you're not missing out on too much in that sense, and be sure to stop by the stream if you're curious. It's not something that's going to be replacing or even coming close to replacing PlanetSide 2 for me. It's just going to be a thing to do on the side, have some fun occasionally, and I'm kind of meh about it so far. Like, I honestly was more excited about Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 when they were in beta and when they were first launching than I am about Battlefield 4. So we'll see how it plays out. It'll just be something to goof around with on the side. I think supplement PlanetSide. Maybe there's not a good fight in PlanetSide. Maybe some outfit mates are playing Battlefield 4. Jump in there for a little bit, but it's not gonna take up virtually any of my YouTube time and very little of my streaming time in the grand scheme of things relating to PlanetSide. So don't fret about that, but you might see some Battlefield content in the coming weeks as we have beta and the launch of the game shortly thereafter. So just a heads up on that regard. And since we're talking about it, I'm throwing another thing in here. Since we're talking about it, I don't expect my streaming or YouTubing schedule and reliability to change too much at the moment. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I will be starting a new job tomorrow, actually, and it is a little bit more demanding, we'll say, than my current one, which I've grown into over a long period of time, and had some flexibility in my schedule and ability to do certain things from home and so on and so forth. But this new job is actually going to be I'm a marketing manager for a local hotel. So it's I don't know how much you guys know about the hospitality business or marketing for that matter, but it's a little bit more involved, certainly early on, while I am acclimating myself, learning everything that there is to do with their existing operation and how we can improve it and things like that. I'll probably be working, a standard schedule for the most part. You'll still see me streaming in the evenings around the same time on weekdays. I'll probably not get on until, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 6 Eastern, and I'll probably stream until something similar, somewhere between like 10 and 11 Eastern on weeknights, and weekends I'll still try to stream and whatnot as much as I possibly can, but hotels do have people that do stuff on the weekends, obviously, so occasionally I'm sure I will be needed to work on Saturdays and Sundays, and we'll just have to make it work around that and be as flexible as we can be. So just so you guys understand, if I miss a day or a couple days on YouTube, or you might see my stream on a little bit later or off a little bit earlier or what have you on a given night, that's probably what's going on. But I'll keep you guys in tune with that, and hopefully it's a good opportunity either way. I mean, it looks pretty good so far, and I don't really plan on it having any sort of major impact on this stuff, but just in case you were wondering, that's probably the answer. So enough droning on for me for this this current events update. I'm gonna head on over to play some Battlefield, play some PlanetSide, tune into the community clash tonight, and I suggest you guys do the same. So we'll see you around on the stream over at ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV. You guys have a good one, and we will see you soon.